What is going on, my dummies, and welcome back to another Behind the Firewall. We're going to start going over the BT6 Double Diamond set, and the first one should be the first super rare revealed. I'm pretty sure it was the first. There was two other ones. Yep, she is a rare, and she is a rare, so yeah. First super rare of the set was actually Titamon. He is a purple Digimon, 12 to play normally, 4 to evolve, 12,000 DP. Something important to note about Titamon is he is actually the green vanilla from BT1 or set 1.0 if you want to get familiar with it. He is the vanilla of that set. He's got two abilities. The first one is on Digivolving. Trash one card from your hand, then you may play one purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying a memory cost. There is something important to note about Titamon's ability here. I think this is one of the first cards we've gotten, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the first abilities we've gotten for purple that does not cancel out their own playability. I think the only other one would be Chaos Gallantmon, but he only gets level 3s. And it's kind of important for level 4s because it gives us a little bit more options. But the other ability is your turn once per turn. When you trash a card when you trash a card from your hand with your own effect, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP and gains security attack plus 1. So this is a different way that we're looking at purple. Normally with purple we're looking at like trashing cards from our deck. This is trashing cards from our hand, so we're able to utilize stuff like Gabumon and the stuff from the starter deck that allows you to draw a card, discard a card whenever you attack with it. So this is a pretty different way to go about it, but I do like how he gets the extra security attack. The only upset I do have about it is once per turn, but I'm sure there's going to be ways to break it. Of course, I thought of ways to break it if it was a once per turn, so here we are. So basically what I was going to go over with this Behind the Firewall, because like I tried to figure it out, and of course, there wasn't a lot coming through, so on and so forth. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Black Growlmon and Black War Growlmon. First one, the Black War Growlmon, is whenever one of your things is deleted, you get security attack plus 1. Of course, this does not work with trashing cards from your hand. I do want to point that out, but having a card like this to get that extra security attack is well balanced. But it also goes hand in hand with the Black War Growlmon and Black Werger, or the Wergerurumon from set 2 or 1.0, the purple one. They both have the same inheritable ability that says when attacking once per turn, you can delete one of your other Digimon to unsuspend this Digimon. So both of those go hand in hand. That is an option to run with Titamon, is to be able to play the Black War Greymon and Wergerurumon and still have like the Black Growlmon in the back to be able to act or unsuspend the Titamon that already has the extra security attack. Now, the things I wanted to talk about that's kind of important. We already had being able to get level 4s back with Piedmon, but Piedmon also costs 12 to hard play to get 2 cards back. Titamon just does it on evolution, so we're basically trying to up ourselves on memory as much as possible. Some of the cards that I think about whenever I done this was Raremon. First off, Raremon came out. His ability is actually very powerful, but he doesn't have a lot of ways to function because he does have an on-play skill, not an on-digivolve skill. But he says you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, you add 1 option card from among them to your hand, trash the remaining cards. So with this, we're able to get, we can get Trump Swords, we can get Jack Raid if we need to get memory. We can grab, I'm trying to think of the name, I'm sorry guys, I'm very unprepared for this. It's on the tip of my tongue too. Give me a second. I'm gonna get there. Here we go. Dark Despair to be able to give vengeance or retaliate. Same with Back for Revenge. We can do the same thing. So there's a bunch of different option cards that we can grab, but it also fuels our graveyard for the graveyard support if we want to go on that route. But he is 5 to play normally, which is a +1 memory because it does take 4 to evolve into Titamon. So we are gaining, quote-unquote, a memory on our opponent. 2 to evolve, which we'll never do. This will be like a 1 or 2 of to be able to trash it from our hand whenever we need to, and to be able to reanimate it with Titamon to get the option cards to abuse. That's one of the options that you can go with that I thought about whenever I first seen it. I was like, Raremon. Moving forward, we have, of course, Devimon. Devimon from the set. He is 6 to play normally, so of course +2 memory compared. And he gives Retaliate, and he has Retaliate. So between those two, it's really hard to deal with him. And on top of which, like if your opponent does have to attack into the Titamon because it's too big and dealing too much damage, they still have to sacrifice whatever they're attacking into it with. So that's another thing. Devimon, I think, will always be one of those staple cards that is just a go-to in purple when you can't think of anything else to run until they start adding more texts on cards. The next card is a rather expensive card right now because tournaments aren't able to flourish like they should, but it is Devimon. This is the promo. He's 5 to play normally, so of course +1 memory on it, and he has a on-play ability, not a Digivolve ability, that allows us to destroy one of our opponent's level 3 Digimon. This is important because, of course, it's on-play. We're able to get a level 4 back, destroy one of our opponent's level 3s, and then be able to Digivolve on top of it afterwards, which is kind of a big deal in my opinion. Being able to destroy rookies sometimes could matter, especially like Rookie Rush or whatever. With that being said, Titamon could be a backup to the Don Devimon deck, where you play the Devimon promo that came out. And let me go ahead and pull that up as well so you guys can see it. Sorry, very, very unprepared. But the Devimon here, the Demi Devimon, on deletion, it gives an inheritable ability on deletion. If there are 7 more cards with Devimon in their name, you can put a Devimon from your trash into play without paying the cost. So, like, Titamon could be a good backup because he's able to fill our graveyard by trashing cards with Devimon. So, eventually, when the Titamon dies, we get the Don Devimon back. So, that's a positive. Moving forward, we have another card that came to mind that isn't great, but could be valuable. And this card is more valuable with the the Black Graumon engines than with just random good purple stuff. But it's Troopmon. Troopmon is 4 to play normally, 2 to evolve, 3000 DP. He's got an on deletion skill, not an on play skill. But he also said, like his on deletion skill says, you may play 1 Troopmon from your hand without playing the mana cost. So essentially, we're able to get the Troopmon back from the trash to be able to sacrifice it to play more Troopmons from our hand. One negative to this is there's no purple cards to be able to grab purple cards back from your graveyard efficiently. There's probably some, but not to my knowledge of good ones. Actually, I think, yeah, this deletes stuff. And this deletes, or this one plays stuff, so yeah. I mean, I know Matt gets you cards into your hand. Matt Ashita purple from set 1.0 or set 2. So there's not a lot of cards to be able to abuse being able to add cards from your graveyard back, but if you're able to use Titamon to keep the Troopmon cycling, that would be a really good situation. So if there is something that allows you to add them back to from your graveyard to your hand, would be beneficial. But that's all I really have to say about him. Even though I don't have a lot to say, I believe he actually is going to have a new way for purple to play, which is basically trashing cards from hand, which is something that they've attempted to do something with and haven't. That's just like Hex Blaumon. Hex Blaumon was built to be able to abuse the first mechanic that Blue had gotten being able to trash cards from the bottom of the Digivolution sources. So Titamon is able to abuse the fact that we're trashing cards from our hand to gain that security. So it is nice to be able to see them wrap back around and see some of the mechanics that we have done something with that we don't have a deck around. So, but if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, let me know what you think of Titamon. Think of some cards that are good. Let me know so I can do a deck tech on it. Also, don't forget to hit that subscription button. Every subscription helps. Also, links to my Twitter, my Facebook page, and my Patreon is down in the description. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a blessed one.